Let's explore how to build HTML offline web applications. In this video, you will learn how to build web applications that can function without an active internet connection. Get ready to enhance the reliability and user experience of your web projects. So, what exactly are offline web applications? These are web applications that are designed to function even when the user does not have an active internet connection. They achieve this by storing necessary data locally on the device. When a connection is restored, the application synchronizes the data with the server. This ensures a seamless user experience, providing access to the app and its features, regardless of network availability, significantly improving both reliability and performance. Let's discuss the benefits of offline web applications. First, they offer improved reliability, ensuring the applications continue to work regardless of network conditions and provide a consistent user experience, even in areas with poor connectivity. Second, they enhance performance with faster load times and smoother interactions because resources are cached locally, reducing the need for repeated server requests. Third, they result in a better user experience, with seamless transitions between online and offline states, which reduces frustration and increases user satisfaction and retention. Fourth, they reduce server load, decreasing server requests and bandwidth usage, leading to cost savings and more efficient resource utilization. Fifth, they increase accessibility, making the applications remain accessible to users in areas with limited connectivity or during temporary network outages. Finally, they allow progressive enhancement, enabling applications to be designed to provide basic functionality offline while offering enhanced features when connected. Here we will explore Application Cache, also known as AppCache, which is an HTML5 manifest file. To enable it, you need to add a manifest attribute to your HTML tag, pointing to your application cache file. The example.appcache file contains a cache manifest section, which lists files to be cached for offline use. It also has a network section, which specifies files that require a network connection, and a fallback section, which provides alternative files when the application is offline. It is important to note that Application Cache or AppCache is now deprecated in favor of service workers. However, understanding it provides historical context for offline web applications and its limitations, such as difficulty in updating and all-or-nothing caching, are important to note. Let's explore service workers. Service workers are JavaScript files that run in the background, separate from the web page. They enable features like offline support, background synchronization, and push notifications. To register a service worker, check if service worker exists in the Navigator object. If it does, register the service worker file, sw.js. Upon successful registration, a message is logged to the console. If the registration fails, an error message is logged instead. Some of the key features of service workers are: it acts as a programmable network proxy to intercept and handle network requests. Also, it runs independently of the web page in the background. It has an event-driven architecture and responds to events like fetch and push. It uses promises for asynchronous operations. It requires HTTPS for security reasons, except on localhost. It has lifecycle events like install, activate, fetch, push, and synchronize. Finally, it has Cache Application Programming Interface or API integration for storing resources. Let's implement service workers. In your main JavaScript file, register the service worker by checking if service worker exists in Navigator. If service worker exists, register the /swjs file. Log a success message if registration is successful, and an error message if it fails. In your service worker file, also called sw.js, define a cache name, such as v1, and specify the URLs to cache, including // /styles/main.css, /script/app.js, and /images/logo.png. Add an event listener for the install event to cache these assets. Within the install event, Use event.wait until to ensure the caching is complete before the service worker is installed. Open the cache using caches.open with the specified cache name. Then add all the URLs to cache using cache.addAll, passing in the URLs to cache array. Here's how to handle network requests with service workers. By intercepting and responding to fetch events, you can serve cached content when the application is offline. In your service worker file, add an event listener for the fetch event. Inside the fetch event listener, use event.respondWith to handle the request. Use caches.match to check if the requested resource is available in the cache. If the resource is found in the cache, return the cached response. If not, fetch the resource from the network using the fetch function. This approach is known as the cache-first strategy, where you prioritize cached content and only fall back to network requests when necessary. Let's discuss caching strategies for offline applications. The first strategy is cache first. Try to serve the request from the cache first. If the resource is not in the cache, fetch it from the network, then cache it for future use. It is best for static assets and rarely changing content. Next is network first. Try to fetch the latest version from the network first. If the network request fails, fall back to the cached version. It is best for dynamic content and frequently updated resources. Let's explore the client-side storage options for offline applications. The first option is the Cache Application Programming Interface, or API. It is designed specifically for service workers to store HTTP responses. It is perfect for caching assets like HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and images. Next option is IndexedDB. It is a low-level API for client-side storage of significant amounts of structured data, including files and blobs. The limits for Cache API is based on available disk space. The limits for IndexedDB are generally 50 to 100 megabytes or more. Here are some best practices for offline web applications. Use progressive enhancement, which means design your application to work without JavaScript or service workers first, then enhance with offline capabilities for supported browsers. Develop a responsive user interface, or UI, for the offline state. Clearly communicate the offline status to users and what features are available or limited when working offline. Use selective caching. Cache essential resources for core functionality, but be selective to avoid wasting storage on rarely used assets. Optimize performance. Minimize and compress assets before caching to reduce storage requirements and improve loading speed. Note the security considerations. Be cautious with sensitive data storage in client-side databases and implement proper encryption for confidential information. Finally, use synchronization strategies. Implement robust data synchronization when the connection is restored, with conflict resolution for changes made while offline. Create powerful web applications that work anywhere, anytime, even offline. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.